about getting a property that has a little more land, then obviously if you go into the rural part, you will get that. So the first thing you're going to notice, you have the 2-car garage right at the back, and then you have this nice long cemented pad that you can easily park another 2-car. You have this nice walkway, and I also love that you have this nice a covered area, especially with the packages that we get these days. It's really nice to have something like this, and depending upon the HOA, there is a good opportunity that you might be able to screen this if this is something you want to do. So let's go inside and check this beautiful house out. Hello and welcome to another beautiful floor plan. If you are looking to buy a house anywhere in Central Florida, Orlando, Greater Orlando, Tampa, Tampa Bay, or Ocala, this is a great resource. So if you haven't pressed the thumbs up button, show us some love. Please press that button and subscribe to our channel, because I bring you 8+ models all throughout this area. And if you want to know more about the area where I do these videos, please make sure to check out Orlando Living with D, where we go into the suburban area. We give you some point of reference in regards to how far is it from the major landmark, like how far is it from Disney, Universal, airport, what kind of school, hospital, and the infrastructure that community has. So please make sure to check out Orlando Living with D. And if Spanish is your main language, then we also have OrlandoHomeShow in Espanol. So today I'm showcasing a beautiful floor plan. It's a 3 bedrooms, 2 bathroom, 2-car garage, 1,720 square foot on a huge lot, 75 by 120. I'm on the northeast part of Ocala, and we have started to cover Ocala, and Ocala is just so big and rural. There's a lot that is going on. There's a lot of development. So please make sure to watch the video on Ocala. I've actually done a specific video highlighting Ocala as a prospective community area for you if you've been thinking about moving. The price of this house all in is $299,750. It's with one of my newer builder, and they have a lot of inventory home. And guys, if you are looking to buy a house right now, inventory home is the way to go, because they're going to give you a lot more. So in this house, everything that you see is included. And the first thing you are going to see is that you have this nice entrance. You have a 10-foot ceiling, which is a standard on this specific inventory home, which is 1,720 square foot. It does have the public sewer and water, and the HOA is just about $32 a month. So there is not a lot of amenities, but that's the HOA. And then for their inventory home, they're basically paying everything. There is no washer, refrigerator, or dryer. However, they're paying all of your closing costs. Now, let me explain to you, when you go and buy a home with the mortgage, there's going to be a closing cost involved in getting that mortgage, which comprises of all the cost that is required and all the fees. And then there is prepaids. Now, prepaid is actually different, because prepaid is like something that the builder wants you or the mortgage company wants you to pay up front. Because when I bought mine, the mortgage company wanted us to pay for the whole year worth of insurance up front. So these are the things that I need you to understand. You also have this beautiful flooring right over here, which is included. All your wet areas are going to be tiled, and then all the rooms are going to be carpet. So as I come over here, you have the very first bedroom, and I tend to kind of go into the corners so that you can actually have a good look of how big the room is. And I say this all the time, guys, it's not so much about the square footage as much as it's about the flow of the house. The flow of the house is more important than how many square footage, because for a family of a small family, husband, wife, small kid, or if you are retiring, this is a really nice house, and you're very close to all the major state parks that are located in Ocala. You also have the Silver Spring, where if you like the natural beauty, then you are definitely going to appreciate what Ocala has to offer. You're also not very far from here to the villages, and then everything else is about 1.5 hours or so, depending upon the time of the day, and if you do take the expressway or the turnpike. So you have this nice big window bringing in a lot of light. And I always talk about, if you're going to build something from scratch, please do yourself a favor and watch my videos on do's and don'ts of building a brand new home, because I talk about things that you should do with the builder, things that you shouldn't do with the builder that's going to give you more bang for your buck. I love that all their closet space have a solid door leading to your closet. So it's a pretty much very similar style that we have seen with a lot of builders, but the good part is that it is a solid door. And then as I come out, you have the very first secondary laundry bathroom, which is a shower tub combination, and you have the plexiglass over here. You have the overmount sink, which as you see over here, now you do not have granite or quartz, but if you build from scratch, now that is a possibility that you could do. You have the tiles, and yes, this is the color of your cabinet. And then as I come out, you have this little kind of an area right there, so it's a nice linen closet. And then right over here is the other bedroom. Now the size of this bedroom compared to the other one, it's kind of similar. Now this house has really nice ceiling height. It also has a cathedral ceiling right in the great room, in the great living area, so that is something to keep in mind. You have this nice big window. I would have loved it if they would have included blinds also. Now in some of their inventory home they do that, but some of them they don't. So it really depends upon which community are you looking in, what they have available. And like I said, we carry a list of all the inventory home with different builders, so we know what one builder is doing as compared to the other one, and that's going to really help you because we can then shop and compare for you to be able to assist you so you can get the best bang for your buck. You also have the solid door to your closet space, pretty much very similar style in terms of the space that you see in the other bedroom that I was just in. And then as I come out, like, look at this, I'm standing right here in the middle, and you have a really good, like, it's really nice and broad. You know how you have those bungalow style homes which are just kind of like they're just like 32 by 120 and they're just more skinnier, longer home. This is kind of nice. You have more space. And then right over here is your 2-car garage, and I want to go in because I want to show you that you have your attic entrance over here. In this community, you have a pole which basically helps you protect so you kind of don't run into it. Now, this is a block construction. What it means is it's block over here. Now, most of the homes that are single story are going to be block. However, there are some homes that they're actually doing all the way frame, and they're located mostly in the Orlando side of the area, and they're all framed from scratch to everything. Most of the time you will have block and then frame. That's what my house is. However, in some models with some builders, they may have block over block, but D.R. Horton is only builder that does block over block. Right over here is your laundry, a pretty good size in terms of the 1720 square foot. So I kind of really like that. This is a good space. This is a nice workable house, something that kind of get you off that rent and you can just have your own house. Now this is your great room, and look at this. So you have the tiles up till here. If you build from scratch, you do have the option to have everything on tile. Now this is something that I always say, guys, don't get so carried away with these things because these are something that you can change later on. Get yourself into a house, because the question you really need to ask yourself is, hey, can I afford today's payment with today's rate? And if the answer to that is yes, then you should move forward, because there's a lot of people that are just sitting. They're waiting for the rates to come down. They're waiting for the market to crash. And guess what? If and when that does happen, there are going to be more people, more influx of buyers coming on the market. Now the price will start to go up. Remember the COVID time? Like when the rates were so low, the price was going up every single sale. This is something to keep in mind. This is something that I've been saying it for a very, very long time, guys, because the constant is the price that you pay. The price that you pay will not change, so you can always refinance when the rates do change. Now, I love that you have this nice island. Now, this is from mica. This is what you actually get. 42-inch cabinet with the crown molding, and this is the color which is included in the price. You do get the microwave, you get the range hood, and then you also have your dishwasher. I kind of like it when you have a house which has so many windows. You have the 2 windows there. You have a door that leads to your outside patio area, which I will take you. But I like that you have a window right by your kitchen. Now, one thing that I do want to point out with the microwave is that it does not vent outside. This is something that I always say, and it really depends upon you and your family and the lifestyle, because in my household, we do cook. I love to cook myself, and we use a lot of spices. And for me, I paid extra with my builder. Now with some builders, venting of the microwave outside is a common and an included feature. So that is something to keep in mind. I also like that you have a small pantry area right over here, a very comfortable, but look at the cathedral ceiling over here. You have those extra lights that I always talk about. You have a lot of space. Whenever you have tall ceilings, it's going to make your house look even more bigger than it actually is. And then right over here, let me just go ahead and take you outside, because I want to show you that you have a covered patio area. Now this is something that you can always have it screened later on, but look at the space you have. You have the land that goes all the way till there and all the way till that point right over there. So you have a lot of space. But the best part is the space between your house and space between the next house. You probably can make that out on the drone shot for this house. You have a good amount of space. Now, for the most part, especially in some of the top communities where land is more scarce, you're not going to find such a big lot. And the lot size in this specific community is 75 by 120 or over. So it's a really, really nice size. Right behind me is the master bedroom. And look at that. You have this nice cathedral ceiling over here. I would have loved if they would have given more lights over here, because a room that is as big as this, it would be really nice to have more extra lights. You have this nice big window bringing in a good amount of light. You have another window over here, so it's kind of nice and bright. And then right over here is your master bathroom. Now everything that you see here is something that you get. You have the double sink, same color kind of the cabinet. Your tiles are over here, and one thing that is also good is that you have this glass which is kind of opaque. This is really nice. I don't see that all the time in all the bathrooms or master bathrooms. You have to pay extra as a design center option. I did that in my personal house, but with this builder, this is something that you will always have. And then you also have the upgraded walk-in shower with the tiles going all the way up. This is something that I've always recommended because it doesn't really cost a lot of money to do that, but it really looks nice. And then right over here is your closet area right there. So good amount of space. And then right adjacent to it is your master closet. Not a huge fan of these white racks, but definitely a good size. Let me know what your thoughts are, like if this floor plan works for you or not, or if this is something that you can see yourself. If you have any questions, especially with the inventory home, please let me know. And please remember, when you give us a call, you will be talking to somebody on my team. Their job is to collect all the information and connect you to someone on my team, whether that be me or someone else. We do things a lot different because we know that buying a house is a very emotional thing. We just don't want to go out, show you hundreds of homes that doesn't fit the budget, that doesn't fit the criteria. So we do a Zoom call where we basically understand what is that you're looking for and let you know if it's even a possibility, because if your budget is not there and you're looking for this, and this, we're going to let you know, because there's no point in falling in love with something if that's not in your budget or if that doesn't fit the criteria. For some people that are retiring, having access closer to a major hospital is better. Some people that have kids, having a better school district is more important. So there's a lot of variables to look into, and that is something that our Zoom call help us, because we are able to ask you the right questions. Now there's a lot that is actually happening in our real estate industry. By the time this video is released, there may have been a full settlement with the NAR, which is National Associations of Realtors, or they might still be in the process, but things are going to be changing. Traditionally, we have been getting paid from the sellers. However, that may change, and that can become an additional cost for you as a buyer. And I understand that probably around July or August, that is going to come into play. Now, this is not to say that the sellers or the smart sellers are not going to pay the buyer's agent, but that is something to keep in mind. So you trying to buy a house might become a little bit more costly in terms of your closing costs, because now you have to compensate a buyer's agent. Traditionally, we've been paid from the seller. So that is things that you need to look into. And if you've been thinking about buying a house, please make sure to give us a call. Make sure to check us out. Check us on Google, check us on Zillow, check us on Facebook. You know, we spend a lot of time and effort in making sure that we are able to help the right people, and the relationship is a lot more important for us. So please press that thumbs up button. Make sure to check us out on Instagram, TikTok, and other social media platforms. Until the next one, thank you for watching. Bye for now.